Morning. It's going to be a busy day. Getting stuff ready to go. Dad's changing some shovels. Here's our repair. Some homemade washers, but she's in there and it'll work. Oh, let's go, let's go, let's go. Phil is on his way down here with a seed tender already. And I got all these boxes sitting in front of the door from last night, so we've got to start dumping them back into the boxes that they came out of. And yeah, fortunately, the ones he wants to start with are the first two here. So as long as we can get him out the door, we can get him loaded up and out of here. We did a lot yesterday. We did a lot of beans last night. It's a good day. We're going to have a better one today. Bean plots this morning. All right. We've got all of those boxes dumped back, labeled, sampled, lids put on, zip tied on, stacked up, and moved out of the way. In fact, Phil has already came and took 4 of them that I treated for us yesterday, so those are just gone. We've got 4 more left over there treated for us to use. Those 10 in the corner are for one of my customers that I was hoping to deliver to this morning, but that's not going to happen because I'm running out of time. So he's got all of those, plus several boxes of corn that we've got to dig out. They're all in one spot there. We just got to get to them. So, yeah, that's a good thing to get done and have out of the way. We still have more beans to treat, but we are getting closer to the end of it. So I've got 3 boxes over there that need treated and 1 more of that variety to come on a truck yet. I'm kind of waiting for that. I've got 4 boxes of this variety that are sold and need treated, 2 for us, 2 for another customer. The other 4 there are stock. And then this whole row here, I believe I have at least 6 of them that I need to treat for us. And then I think some of them go with that big order that are stock and not sold. I think there's 3, maybe 4 boxes that go there. And then I have some extras of that one in case somebody needs something late. And that's it. That's all the untreated beans we've got left in here. Those are all treated. Most of them need to go to Berkey. Everything over there is treated. So we're sitting in pretty good shape and getting towards the end. We've just got a bunch of deliveries to make over there yet. Now, we are going to plant a bean plot here in a little bit this morning. So I'm going to go out, get the planter out. One of the things that we're going to try in this plot, or kind of off to the side in the agronomic portion of it, is some in-furrow pop-up starter on the beans. So I want to get a little bit of that loaded into the planter so we're ready to go. And let's see, we might need to put a little bit of seed in it to plant some end rows and stuff before we start the plot. But let's see how it goes here. Oh, it's going to be a good day. Just need it to warm up a little bit. It'll get there. It's supposed to get there today. Just it's still cold. All right, I loaded up a little bit of starter. I put straight ATS in our 2x2x2 tank, and I put some of the 721-3 with the Carbon RX in the in-furrow tank. So we'll do some experiments in the plot and see what we can come up with. All right, we are going to need a few beans in the planter for planting the end rows and around the outside of the field and stuff. So we're just going to scoop some out with a bucket here and use them for that. And then we can turn the CCS blower off when we're planting the plot, because we're just going to dump it in each individual row. So that way we're not blowing seed from the tanks to the rows, because that would ruin our plot, wouldn't it? 5 bucketfuls, that looks about right. That'll be enough to plant what we need, at least to start. All right, we got ends in the back, a pass along that side, ends in the front done. We don't put ends along here, we just plant right up to the grass, which with a 60-foot planter is going to be a little bit more of a challenge, but we'll figure it out. All right, Tony, my sales rep, is here. He's in the barn. We can pull the plot flags from last year out. We'll put new ones in this year. And we're going to have to get started here. So the way that this works is we've got to empty the seed out of every row between every variety. We'll leave a buffer on that far side there, the first one, but then every 8 rows will be a different variety. So we'll be able to do 3 at a time instead of 2 at a time, like last year. I was having some trouble getting the fertilizer to flow in my in my in furrow, and realized there's another filter in there that, whoa, she's real jammed up. You guys can't see in there, but so we're gonna wash this out real quick. All right, so we've got to clean these rows out. I pulled out the little rubber elbow that goes in there. We're doing this a little different when we have in the past. I've always pulled plates out before. We're gonna do this shot vac method where you suck the seed out. We got a little hose on the end of a shot vac here, goes right into a bucket, and just kind of stick that down in there and wheel it around until you get all the beans. You get 99% of them, I'm going to call it. There may be a couple still in there, but especially for beans, it's good enough. So we're just doing the 16 rows here. We're going to leave the first 8 with the variety that's in there is the buffer, the edge of the plot, not included. And so our first 2 varieties will go in, and then from then on we'll do 3 at a time all the way across. I believe we have 15, so hopefully this doesn't take too terribly long, but I'm going to guess 2 to 3 hours. Once we get all the beans sucked out, we pour new seed in. This is actually the second variety. And we're filling them up basically as far as we can, but this might be a problem. I don't know. We'll see if it's enough. Frustration. Been fighting the in-furrow system for a minute. I couldn't get it to prime and figure out what's going on. I think what happened, I did get it now. I think what happened was the hose went up higher than the liquid level in the tank and we had an air bubble. So I lifted the tongue way up and set the planter down and I got it to go. What in the heck? Okay, well, it's been hard to film because I've been super busy here, but we were wrapping up the plots. We're actually done with them. I just got to finish planting out the field, but I'm about out of seed, so we're going to throw some of the empty or the half partial plot bags in just to finish. We've only got 3.7 acres left. It's not very much, so I'll stop here and let him bring them out to me, and we'll throw them in, and then we'll make another round or 2, round and a half. And we'll be done. We can convert the corn planter back to corn. We can hook our tank back up, actually be productive. All right, we were working on getting this planter changed back over to corn. I've got plates pulled on half of it, 1 seed tank. I'm about half done. I gotta go get the plates and the agitator strips that we need. Oh, I forgot my pop can. Oh well. All right, I think the planter is all put back to corn, ready to go. We need to go hook up our fertilizer tank and load up for the next field. Okay, we are hooked up and ready to get loaded. Phil just called me. He needs his truck and seed, and he's at the field, and so I'm gonna go pick him up so he can get his truck tender right there. Okay, there goes Phil. Let's see what we got to get loaded up. So we've got a field we're going to, I think it's 75 acres, roughly. Should be able to put all the seed in we need and all the fertilizer we need to go plant the whole thing, but we're going to be fairly heavy. Where's my clipboard? Right here. Corn back in the planter. Let's do this. Okay, we are finally loaded up and ready to go. I remembered that I needed to adjust my row cleaners. I put them down when we started on the beans and the corn stalks, and now we're back in conventional till bean stubble ground that we definitely don't need that down lower, so I'm not gonna have as much trash to fight. So I lifted them back up. We're ready to go plant, finally. It's only 4 o'clock. Oh, frustrating, let me tell you. New planter struggles today a little bit. I was pulling into this field, I was trying to get started, and I'm trying to set an AB line curve on the ends here, and my planter's yelling at me that it's not planting, and it was planting, but the singulation was really bad, population was low, and I'm struggling to figure out what it was. I was out running mobile row unit runoffs and stuff, and I was getting 50% singulation every time, like 100% skips. And finally it dawned on me that something's not set up right. It can't be. It was every row. It can't be every row. It's something wrong with it. It's got to be a computer issue. When we switched from corn to beans, the last switch, it automatically updated and changed the type of plate that was in the planter, that the monitor thought was in the planter, to the bean plates. I assumed that it did that going back to corn. It did not. It still thought we had the bean plates in with 64 holes, and so it wasn't spinning them fast enough, and that was our problem. It took me an embarrassing amount of time to figure that out, but we got it, and now we're moving. So yeah, that was just a little frustrating. Also, when I was out there messing with the row units, I realized that we must have had some beans left in the hoses or something, because there was a few in the meters. So this will be an interesting one to watch on these ends, all the beans that come up. Much better. And why those things are not green at 100% on the gauge wheels and 99.7 on the singulation, I don't get it. But that is good. That is really good. Well, this next pass will be fun. 1, 2, 3, 4 electric poles. It'll be right in the middle, too. Right in the middle. How are we going to do that? I decided to do a half pass. So we've got our track running in the right rows, and we're only planting 12 right now. And we're swerving around the poles a little bit. That one I may have been okay. They're starting to get farther away from the middle. They kind of drift that way as we go. That was the last one. So now we're gonna skip, plant the next full pass, and then we'll plant the other half of this one on the way back up. We have finally got all the ends done. We're done with the poles. We're done with around the house. Time to open it up. Let's go. I mean, it is opened up. We're going 8.5 right now. I've got it set to shoot for 9, but we're going to go up a hill here and we're not going to make it. Downhill, we might be able to do it. We might even be able to do 10. Uphill, we don't have enough power. But everything is working quite well. Except for the X button on the screen. There we go. Singulation looks reasonable. Oh yeah, that's the 99.5, 99.6. I'm happy with that. This downforce one, row 1 is giving me trouble now, which it was before. Remember, I said 1 and 7. I had torn number 7 apart, put that grease in there, or sprayed it and reconnected it. It seems to be working now. I should have done number 1 too, but the stuff's all getting replaced on Friday, so we're just gonna go with it for now and not worry about it too much. Well, after the way this field started, I thought for sure it was going to be dark by the time we got up here. I think we got a round left is all. That's amazing. That is amazing. Let's see, what do we got done here? 60, almost 68 acres. Just 7 acres left. That's unbelievable how fast we flew through this one. It is 6:30, but it was 5 before I really got rolling and got my problems fixed. I remember looking at the my watch and it said 5:03, and I'm like, oh man. You're just It also never fails that you end up on the wrong end of the field. Now there is a driveway in this corner right there, but I don't think I could make the turn with this train all folded up behind me and get out straight, and because we need to go that way. So I think we're gonna have to go down to the driveway, which we can go over to the house there, or we can go clear to the opposite corner. You can't see anything. I don't know why I'm showing you. Starting to cool down. Phil's here. He's done with the second field that he went to today, or second set of fields, I guess. Moving. He wants to move his tractor to the field and then have me take him to get his pickup tender truck, pickup and tender. So we'll do that. I'm really debating, do we go somewhere else or not? It is almost 7 o'clock. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to tonight. I think we'll do some more tomorrow and then call it. Like I got a cluster of 3 fields just to the south of us that we can plant tomorrow. And tomorrow's gonna be really nice, and then it cools down after that. So we're kind of in the same situation we were a week ago with how much do we do right now ahead of a cold rain potentially coming through. I don't think it's going to be quite as cold as last week was, or it's supposed to be, but it might last a day longer, and we might get more rain. I don't know. Pretty nice outfit there. Still pretty nice outfit. Okay, so I don't think we're going to go to a field tonight, but we are going to get loaded up for tomorrow. I am having my internal struggle of how much do I do, how much do I plant ahead of this potentially cold, wet rain. Imagine that, a rain, wet. Potentially significant rain. But we've got 3 fields right down here on the corner. There's a 46, a 47, and a 9. So a little over 100 acres there that we're going to do in the morning. And I'm going to get everything ready to go do that. Oh, look, we got a fertilizer leak. Maybe we should fix that. Anyway, all of those are getting the same variety, except for the one field's got a little bit of something else, but we can finish with that. And I just got to figure out how much fertilizer and everything we need to do all of that. I don't know if I said this already or not, but fortunately we are using the same hybrid that we were just planting, so we didn't have to clean the planter out, but we did have to get another box of it open and top off our tanks. We were not out. I'm surprised how much we have left, but there was not as much left in the box as there was supposed to be, so I put too much in. I may have done math wrong. Okay, the planter is loaded. I'm getting some stuff closed up here. I was all set in my plan for tomorrow, but Dad's still pushing. We're probably going to plant more than 100 acres tomorrow. I don't know if that's a good idea, but we'll see. Maybe we'll do a live stream tomorrow. You guys need another one of those? Maybe. Something else we're going to do tomorrow that we have not yet done any of is use some of this Xyway. This is a fungicide that you put in your starter fertilizer. I would have mixed it up tonight, but the first field we're going to plant tomorrow is not getting it, so we'll dump it in that tank after we finish the first field, and then it'll go on the second too. All right. Thanks for watching. I'm going home. Oh, we had a good day. Got the plot done. Phil's got a lot of beans planted. He planted a lot of beans today. Brock's discing. Dad got a lot of field cultivate done. He's only got 3 fields left. Of all the stuff going to corn, I think we have all 4 fields left. We got 700 acres ready to plant. It's just a matter of how fast do we want it to be planted. So, we'll go again tomorrow and see how it is. Tomorrow's going to be a really nice day, upper 70s. It's going to be hard to not plant, so we'll probably plant a lot. Phil's going to keep going with beans. Oh, that's what I should do. I should go treat beans. Yeah, I gotta go. I'm gonna go home and see my kids, and then we'll see. We might go out and treat some beans tonight. See what we're gonna need for us tomorrow, because he planted most of the ones that I treated already. Yeah, seriously, live stream maybe tomorrow, especially if we do more than the 100 acres, because the next field is a pretty good size open field that is a good spot for a live stream. So don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we will see you guys tomorrow. I wonder if Brock's got it. I sent Brock with a camera today. I wonder if he's got any footage. We'll find out. 8 more boxes. Drained another keg. We're down to 2 full ones left. We're getting towards the end of the treating.